Hello and welcome. Thank you for taking the time to check out our work at Wisdom and Money. My name is Rose Feerick and I'm a co-director of Wisdom and Money. And what I'd like to do in this video is offer a brief introduction to who we are and our work. Wisdom and Money's mission is to invite people of financial wealth and people from a culture of wealth to engage with money as a doorway to spiritual transformation at the personal, communal, and systemic levels. We do this by bringing people together in small circles for spiritual conversation and open conversation about money. We offer weekend retreats, both in person and virtual monthly gatherings in which we do Lectio Divina together, and one-on-one spiritual companionship. Our work is rooted in three streams of practice. The first is the open conversation about money and community that I've mentioned. The second stream is wisdom spiritual practice. And by that, I'm referring to the Christian contemplative practices such as chant, Lectio Divina, and centering prayer. And the third stream of practice we use is the Be Present Empowerment model, which is a tool that we incorporate into our work and circle together. And we've learned that tool from our partner organization called Be Present. In our retreats and gatherings, we integrate these practices because we find that they support root level transformation. They help us to move through places of ego or cultural programming when it comes to money and learn to move money in a flow of spirit that is rooted in the contemplative heart. I said earlier that we work with people of financial wealth, and you might be wondering what we mean by wealth. In Wisdom and Money, we don't put a number on what constitutes wealth. Instead, we convene people who see themselves as having more than enough money. We know that people live in different geographic areas, and so the same amount of money in one place is not the same amount of money someplace else. And we also know that people have different realities. So this work convenes people wherever they are, whatever their reality is, they recognize that they have more than enough money. That's what we mean by wealth. And by people from a culture of wealth, we mean people who grew up in wealthy families, who currently live in wealthy neighborhoods, and or people who work with wealth in their professional lives. So we're talking about people who in some way are working with the culture and the realities that come with a culture of wealth. The people in our network see themselves related to wealth in one of those ways. And they also care about social justice and are typically very committed to their spiritual practice or to their faith. They come to Wisdom and Money to work with money as an opportunity to open ourselves to being transformed and to participate in the transformation of the world through the flow of money. I mentioned earlier that we are rooted in Christian contemplative practices. And I want to say a bit about that. So first, Wisdom and Money is not affiliated with any particular denomination. We are, however, very clear about our lineage, and the tools that we work with come from the Christian wisdom tradition. So what I mean by that is the kind of Christian spirituality that is rooted in and kept alive in the monastic tradition in Christianity. So it's contemplative in nature. Those are the tools that you'll encounter if you come to our work. We're also rooted in the Christian prophetic tradition. And so we're very much informed, and we come out of communities that care a lot about social justice and that really understand that the Christian spiritual practice is intended to be a part of the transformation of the world that we live in, and in a way that leads to thriving for all people. So the contemplative and prophetic traditions of Christianity are very much a part of our work. They're part of the foundation from which we source our work. But having said that, I'll say that people come to our work from all different traditions and denominations. And so you don't need to be affiliated with any particular religion or any part of Christianity to be welcome in our work. And so we welcome you to show up with exactly where you are in your spiritual journey and whatever your practice is. If you would like to learn more about wisdom and money, I invite you to visit our website, which is at wisdomandmoney.org. And we have a lot of stories and reflections there, and it'll give you a little bit of a feel for who we are at Wisdom and Money. I also invite you to join one of our monthly spiritual practices, which is something we do on Zoom on the first of the month or right around the first of the month. And you'll find information about that on our website. But that's a great way to get a feel for how we are working with money in this organization and the people who come to our work. Of course, you're also welcome to connect with me or another staff member one-on-one if you have some questions you would like to ask, or you want to share what you're working with to see, is this a fit? And then we can help you figure out what will be a particular way you could connect in with our community. Again, thank you for checking out this website, for looking at this video, and I hope to see you sometime soon in one of our gatherings.